The good news is the inmates apparently were waiting for him. And when he got there, they are now making his life absolutely miserable. They're utilizing the vent system. They're kicking the doors. They're taunting him. And they're basically, torturing him through, using psychology. And my goodness, he's complaining. And the guards at this point, the most they can do is write it down or, tell him, hey, there's nothing we can do. You're not in physical harm.
I have so many more questions, and I'm going to ask them, but I do want to touch on that last little bit, physical harm, because as I understand it, he's in cages within his cage, meaning he's in a cell for 23 hours a day, and there's a slat for food. He gets out for an hour a day, but if he gets out, he goes into this big room in the middle, and there's usually a cage in the middle where he can be, or he can be handcuffed to one of those little desky type tables if there are other inmates who are nearby. How can people get close to his door? How could people get close to him and actually put him in physical danger, or can they?
Well, actually, there are about 32 inmates apparently in the J block currently. And within those 32 folks, they are the worst of the worst, outside of death row, of course. And he's in J block. So what that would be, that's called a special housing unit, right? An SHU. And it's really a prison within a prison. However, the disadvantage that he's at, there's not a whole bunch of room where they can start moving other inmates around. So what they want to do is keep him in protective custody right now until, he goes through the process of where do we fit this guy through the whole prison system for the rest of his life. And so he's meeting with doctors. He's going through, the systems of evaluation. And they're not going to put him into general population, but until that happens, the inmates have come up with a creative idea in harassing him to the point where it's basically driving him crazy.
So I have a question about that. How does it happen that they are all in collusion, almost creating a 24-hour schedule? Is that normal? Does this happen a lot, that prisoners will band together and say, let's get that one guy and let's all work together to do it?
I don't know if they necessarily band together outside of they knew he was coming. This was such a high-profile situation. They were aware that he was coming to, the IMAX.